A very good afternoon to all our dear viewers, and a very, very hearty welcome to another engaging session on detox from the banner of Global Education and Training Institute. The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. So felt John F. Kennedy. If you want small changes, work on your behavior. If you want quantum leap, work on your paradigms. Myself, Joya Khan, your host for the afternoon from GETI, as an ambassador of change, I bring you greetings on behalf of the Global Education and Training Institute, a name to reckon with, where excellence is a continuous process and not an accident, where the things you do for yourself are gone, but the things you do for others remain your legacy. Our deeply revered mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi, firmly believes in the future of her dreams and the beauty of her dreams. So it's an immense honor to share that Getty is not only founded and conceptualized by Dr. Sunita Gandhi, but she is also a pioneer with a broad vision of disruptive education. Her tireless perseverance and efforts has enabled her to carve a niche for herself and has placed Getty on a high pedestal as one of the most premium training institutes of India. Under it, dear viewers, we provide two types of trainings. One pre-service for the aspiring teachers who wish to be outstanding teachers in future, and the other in service where we train teachers who are already in service. On these live forums, we also conduct live talks under the banner Detox, where we invite bureaucrats, policymakers, entrepreneurs, and renowned speakers from all around the globe to enlighten us with varied educational practices as agents of change. This afternoon, I feel extremely privileged to have with us on board Ms. Hadarean Diana, coordinator and educator, Vocational Pedagogical High School, Romania. Ma'am has very graciously consented to be our esteemed speaker this afternoon and will be sharing her views on the concept of online education, where she will be focusing on a very important point, and that is that even when we are apart, we are learning together. Ma'am is a vocational pedagogical high school from Romania. She's a graduate from the University and College of Drawing. She's a graduate and has additional studies for the primary school teacher from the university teacher, MSc from uh, Babes, Bolyai University, International Projects Coordinator. She's a British Council Project Coordinator, writer, books coordinator, and a global teacher. The list, of course, goes on and on. I would just like to discuss a little bit that the sudden outbreak of COVID 19, declared as a pandemic shock, shook the entire world. This situation challenged the education system across the world and forced almost all educators to shift to an online mode of teaching and learning process overnight. Many academic institutions that were earlier reluctant to change their traditional pedagogical approach had no option but to shift entirely to the online teaching scenario. This proved to be a panacea for one and all. The importance of online learning and strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges threw some light on the growth of educational technology, startups, and suggestions for academic institutions on how to deal with challenges associated with online classes. But we can't deny that online education is easily accessible, affordable, flexible, and the learning pedagogy is absolutely comfortable to be lapped up. So, without much ado, I would like to hand over the show to our guest speaker this afternoon, Miss Diana. The show is all yours, madam. You are very, very warmly welcomed. Over
Okay,
to you, ma'am.
thank you so much. Good evening or good afternoon. Good morning. Here is morning. Today I will talk about online education because was this pandemic time and how we can teach our children with the new technologies because in this pandemic time we use so much our phone, the laptop, online platforms, and I will show you how I collaborate so much with Indian schools and Pakistani schools. So I will present my PowerPoint online education. The pandemic has pushed us into new times, very hard for most of us to understand, difficult to approach. A scared, uncertain, and insecure world which initially closed our entire horizon. Due to technology, the motivation we have for school, the need of teaching children, give us ambition, and we have gathered all the resources to use a different approach in the transmission of knowledge. We thought then, last 2 years in March, that there would be something temporary, the pandemic. It would take a while, but we were wrong. In reality, in this pandemic time, methods and new technology can be found designed to facilitate an attractive activity to the manner of teaching and learning. What does ideal schools means for me? These questions can find one of its answers in studying on project basis which comes to support the development of creativity and which can be considered didactic complements of the daily activity. The role of the online project is to help the teaching staff while trying to attract the people to school, offering a contact much more attractive than an ordinary class based on the pupil, interest and needs, on the decision the teaching takes together with the pupils, whatever observing the requirement formulated in the curriculum. In this pandemic time, all teachers have to adapt themselves to the online teaching. They have attended many online courses about the online teaching and about the different educational platforms. The effort done by teachers are not easy, everything being something new. The situation we meet are many, starting with losing the internet signal, going to with power failure, and not having the necessary devices in our schools. Know about IT technology is so important for us, especially in when was the pandemic time. But we have not given up. We have attended a number of courses. A twinning platform I personally use Kinderpedia for my children, a learning project. I make a learning project with so many countries from the world. Edmondo, Google Classroom, Kahoot, and UWIS, also International School Award online platform from British Council to connect teachers from Asia countries. And we don't forget the Zoom application. There we, the teachers, can meet and talk about how we can transmit the knowledge to the children. Here on Zoom, we can meet so many teachers from all over the world and we can share experiences. How we worked in Europe, especially in Romania school, in my school. Class project. The class project is a process and product both individually and collective in which every pupil contribute according to his or her abilities and interest in order to get concrete collective results. I especially worked so much with my children, but my children is so small, 7, 8 years old. And I have international online project where I use the IT technology. The most important online project where you use the internet, the digital multimedia, and online was the International School Award from British Council with my partner school from Pakistan and also from India. And my second is a learning project with Pakistan. I will talk today about this project also. Here is our learning project. We teach our children to use the laptop and the internet. For an ideal school, we need an ideal teacher who knows how to improvise to be able to adapt in any circumstances. During this period, we tried to improvise to learn. It was very difficult in the primary class where I personally teach. The children are small. They are 7-year-olds, 8 years old. It is difficult to learn to read and write without being near the children. We do not agree with the statement that the online school was not effective because the teachers were no prepared than the classic on from content design to evaluation and examination. We have many examples around us in which teachers dedicated to their profession have carried out special teaching activities. We can say it was easy. No, it was very hard. Is okay. The signal is not okay, I think. Oh. Okay, for interactive lessons, one can use the content available to study Stack Studio, Khan Academy, where for online evolution can be made by specific software. Google, British Council, Voice of America. More than anything, the pandemics have shown once more the adaptability of the human spirit. Was so hard, so more the act of teaching, learning, evolution from the real classroom into the virtual one. We have learned from and supported each other, students and teachers, and we have worked as a team. We use platforms like Kahoot, Google Classroom, WordWall, Canva, Kinderpedia, Teams, Zoom, Skype. We had to learn how to use all this in order to pass on the knowledge to our students. We make it games, tests, puzzles with children, fun application for children and teachers because they keep their sense of the game. Here are pictures with my children, how we use the platform for online education. Also my class, my children, my little children. We live in a new time. We have to adapt to the current pandemic condition, but online school will never be able to completely replace school learning. The school must ensure a truly equitable education in which the potential of each child is valued Everyone has a certain potential that must be discovered. There is a need to adapt the education system to the needs and interests of children, even those from disadvantaged group or which special education needs, but also to crisis situations such as pandemics. It is important to use our dedication as teacher, our perfect love for children, our ability to assimilate and know to adapt to different situations, to create new, interesting, captivating things, even if they are in the field of technologies. Here also my children online class on Google Classroom. Also my children and our digital class e-learning project with schools from Pakistan. We have activities together, live activities. Here live activity, my children and Pakistani children, connecting classrooms. So we work and learn together. The school must train students with digital skills, not only tools related to the use of the computer. I don't know. But also those aimed at supporting tools for various files of knowledge. Example can be multiple lessons project, live activities, learning a foreign language, practices the foreign language. I did all this in last year, also in this year, with my students and my partners from Pakistan. It was a great experience. Our students, I have one student, he posts games on YouTube for children. He is one important part in our project. Here is the action plan, digital class, what we learn together, we and Pakistani students. Digital class hour, about our activities. I am a dynamic creator. We use internet and write emails, Word application, games. We make games and post on YouTube. And students need to understand the connection between computer and collaboration with another children from so many countries. Here is my student. He make so many 500 videos, games for little children posted on YouTube. Through online collaboration tools, teachers have the opportunity to present students' work not only to project partners, but also to colleagues, parents, and to the community. Here is our live activity. We learn together, my children and Pakistani children. Here also my class and live activity. Collaboration with Asia. Another way to apply modern innovative methods and online teaching is to make interscholastic projects with different countries in the world. This is my personal example. I collaborate with many Asian schools, especially Indonesia, India. India is my favorite country, Bangladesh, Nepal, Pakistan, for a real connection, a real exchange of experience. We have tried to promote cooperation in the field of education by stimulating online communication between educational institutions, schools around the world. We tried to encourage open and distance learning, the development of information exchange by removing all obstacles. In these fields of education, sustainable development, we encourage innovation in the development of practical and teaching materials, including where appropriate the use of new technologies and exploring issue of common interest in educational policies. Working with other schools around the world, we have learned new ways of approaching teaching. The pandemic period was beneficial because it drove this collaboration very close. We managed to meet in the online environment. We participate in many conferences and we borrowed many ideas and methods in teaching knowledge for our students. We will done online conferences and seminars. And here I coordinate so many books. My last books was about new trends in teaching and online education during pandemic time. My greatest personal success it was if I coordinate this book in this year, which was published in February this year, a book that includes articles by teachers from Asia and my country, Romania, about new trends in teaching and online education during pandemic time. How we used the IT technology for teaching. The book is about online teaching in Romania and Asia country. So many teachers from Asia, from Pakistan, from India send me articles in this book, and I publish about their work, online teaching. And also I have international magazine, like a journal, also about the work of the teachers from Asia. Caught in the worldwide of pandemic education, we learn step by step to overcome the problems. We had PowerPoint presentation, all available courses, many materials on Google Classroom, meeting with global teachers, workshop on Google Meet. Through our interaction with the internet has become from a support of play and relaxation sometimes and information other times. The method to teach children to borrow new ideas from others. I do not claim that it is easy. Some things is like losing the soul of communication, but the danger that overshadow our lives is far too great. It's like if we're already getting used to it. I am glad that on this part of pandemic, because I have now the wonderful world of India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, because I work online with teachers from these countries and many other countries, even if it was just virtually. Someday, I hope I go in Asia and I visit India. We must work for our children. We must have collaboration with many countries. We must learn from each other, especially now after the pandemic time. I am happy today because again I was invited in India. You invited me here in this international session today. Here I can meet wonderful people, wonderful teachers from all over the world. India for me is my second home because I told you I work so much in India. Every week I'm speaker there. India is my second home. Thanks for this day. I am so far. My country is so far from India. Romania is so far, but my heart is there with you. Thanks because you give me this opportunity today, and thank you so much for this invitation. I stop the screen. I can stop the screen. Oh, I can hear. It's not the sound. Oh, I don't hear you.
Ma'am, is your presentation still on?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
it's over. So I say thank you so much for this invitation. So I was happy today. My India is my second home because I work so much in India. Thank you so much. Is another new opportunity for me. Thank you.
thank you so much, ma'am, for those wonderful words, for throwing light upon the intricacies of online teaching. And we can't deny that the online teaching and education is literally in focus. We can say that is the positive side of pandemic.
Yes,
And with today's technology and e-learning industry growth, online education has never been more popular. Learners and teachers can now work together on a variety of different platforms, no matter
yes,
their physical location. And the students can, you know, almost go across the globe
yes,
and find out what courses exist, what is beneficial for them. And in a manner, they can grow their classrooms. So that is the beauty of positive technology.
yes,
And technology, we cannot do without technology. We can also say that time and cost is involved in e-learning. It is not as easy as it seems. A considerable
not easy.
amount of investment is needed for getting the devices and equipment, maintaining the equipment, training the human resources, and developing the online content. Therefore, an effective and efficient educational system needs to be developed to impart education via the online mode. Training of the human resources is very important, and developing the online content, because these are the basis of a good online education system. And of course, it will not be wrong to say that learning must travel the distance from the head to the heart. That's a very, very important point, because online education gives us a lot of opportunities to
Yes,
explore, to come into contact, to increase our knowledge, and to share the knowledge also immensely. So, thank you so much for your valuable inputs. Now,
thank you
ma'am, we'd be
also.
very, very honored if you could throw light upon some questions that we have for you this afternoon.
Thank you so much also.
Thank you for the being with us, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, a few questions for you. In this scenario of online education, what do you think about replacing the physical presence of a teacher in the classroom?
It's not okay because I work with little children, 7, 8 years old. My presence was zero on online because was so hard to write, learn to write because the children, I must be near children, near their hand and write.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
for me was very, very hard online teaching.
Okay. Uh, Ma'am, one more question. How many hours do you expect the learners to be online each day or each
Oh,
week?
so much, so much courses. I'm lucky because I work with Indian and Pakistani teachers. I learn quickly, but it's not easy. All my life, I was in the classroom near my children. Yes. The
But
pandemic,
how
the,
many hours of screen time do you think is feasible enough for the children?
4 hour is so much.
4 hours.
4 hour is so much because the little children is not okay the screen for their eyes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. One more thing, ma'am. As we know that children have the option to switch off the camera, they can join in and switch off the camera. How, according to you, can we ensure quality of participation by students in this online mode of education?
The children like the online education, but not so much. He needs my person because I personal I'm so close from my children, so close, and the internet. The screen is not close. The children is not near me. They miss me. They
Okay.
say me, their teacher, their Diana, we want to go to school. And now they are so happy because
They are back to
this
school.
year school,
They are back
we
to school.
was all this year, we was in school,
In
not
school.
online. Yes.
Yes, but when the circumstances are such that we resort to the online teaching, at that point of time, how do we ensure their participation? They can just at the click of a button they can join, but they can switch off the camera and then the teacher doesn't know whether the child is there or not.
Um, so here must help the parents. The
Parents, but
little children without parents was very hard because
okay,
I talk about 7 years old. Yes,
okay, ma'am, and how can we add the human touch to maintain that kind of emotional support that the children require? Psychological connect and emotional support.
yes, I talk so much with my children. We have WhatsApp group and talked when was the pandemic time. But now, when we are in school, is so perfect. Emotionally is perfect because we not I not teach all day. I teach, and you must have free time also with my children and speak about all, not just about school.
So we can sum up that with the online education, Miss Diana is of the view that children should have 4 hours of screen time.
It's
They
so
as
much.
the screen,
Yes,
yeah, as the screen
it's so
is
much.
harmful, the rays are harmful. You agree with that? So, and as far as the presence of the students is concerned, I think the parents need to cooperate and
Yes,
supervise that the children are there and very sincerely attending the classes. The human touch also has to be from the side of the teacher by regularly maintaining the contact through WhatsApp groups, right? And
yes,
at times, if required, through the video calls, the teacher can give that individual attention to the child, that kind of emotional bonding, build up the emotional bonding and support, and also clear the child's doubt through the WhatsApp groups, right, ma'am?
yes.
Yes, and I think that online education
Was
is,
so hard, so hard.
yeah,
For the
it is
little
hard.
children, is so hard.
Yeah, it is hard for children, but then we are taking it up as a challenge, both for the teachers as for the students. We are training the teachers. Our human resources are, you know, getting the best in the field of technology, and we can see that all around the globe,
Yes,
online education is, after all, becoming a huge success.
yes.
So, thank you on that note. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Miss
also.
Diana. We are looking forward to your visiting India sometime. And
Yes,
thank
I
you.
hope so.
Oh, thank you
It's
so
my
much for that.
dream.
Thank you so
It's my
much for
dream.
harboring so much of love and so much of warmth and harboring such good feelings for India. India reciprocates your feeling. We
Yes,
love you too, and we
I
would
love
love
you
to
also,
have you.
India.
We would
Thank
love
you
to
so
have
much.
you. We
Thank
would
you
love
so
to
much.
have you with us. Thank you, dear viewers, for being with us this afternoon. I am sure you'll have some good takeaways from the presentation, and we can march ahead in this field of technology with online education for progress in the future. Thank you so much,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Stay blessed. Have a good day.
Stay blessed.